ushindi kwa ukombozi wetu. Tujitoe wenyewe, tusimame pamoja kulinda uhuru na umoja wetu. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima. Tuungane sote, tuimbe pamoja, kuenzi shikamano hatima yetu. Tujitoe wenyewe kupambana pamoja, uhuru na umoja vitawale. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima. Tuungane sote na tujibidishe kutoa kilicho bora kwa Afrika. Chimbuko la wanadamu, chemchemi ya utamaduni, tumaini letu wakati wa mafarakano. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima.
Today we talk about Benin, or let us call it the Kingdom of Dahomey, which eventually became a country that we know today as Benin. But when you look at history, you know about Benin City, a Benin Kingdom. But of course, you meant to separate Benin from Nigeria. The history of Nigeria, the history of Biafra. Benin is that country in West Africa that was originally known as the Kingdom of Dahomey. Dahomey, where we know that these guys had gold and all these riches. When you remember, Mali Empire, Dahomey, and then Benin are coming in. Of course, when we also remember women warriors, we talk about women warriors, women kings, the kings that were women, women that led armies. Again, we remember Benin. Today, we talk about Benin, the kingdom that was once called Dahomey. Later on, we are now seeing Benin. Today, it is Man TV Africa. My name is Kato Mukasa. In the studio is Brian Kabeko, and we are doing our country profiles. And today we handle Benin. Benin in West Africa. Let us show you a bit of Benin. 13 million people and counting. Small country, very wealthy country, but relatively stable in West Africa. One of those countries that is relatively stable for the last 2 decades is Benin. Let us look at the statistics and of course the flag and all that about Benin. Have a look at Benin. Country profiles. It is Benin today we are handling, and this is Humanist TV Africa, Humanist Media Africa, doing this broadcasting live wherever you are. And today we do handle Benin. Benin, as I told you, is a country that was originally a kingdom known as Dahomey. Benin is bordered by Burkina Faso in the northwest, to the east by Nigeria, and to the west by Togo. That is the map of Benin, very beautiful map. The official capital of Benin is Port Novo, but Cotonou is Benin's largest city. They are going to tell you Cotonou, Port Novo. Yes, these are the main cities of Benin. Its chief port is Cotonou, and of course, it's the de facto administrative capital of Benin. Benin was a French colony from the late 19th century up to 1960. That is the map of Benin. Benin, right there in West Africa. We talk about Benin, a beautiful country in West Africa. That is Benin. Benin, as you can see, is bordered by Togo, Nigeria, and of course, we've seen Ghana quite far away. Ghana quite far away. And inside Benin, of course, we see some of the areas like Kandi, Netedongu, Jijogu, Paroku, Savi, Savalu, Abome, and Port Novo right there. These are the major townships, or call them cities, of Benin. Benin, as I said, has neighbors such as Nigeria, Togo, right there, and that is Benin. Benin, of course, we've seen that Parakou and Dijo, one of those major mineral areas of Benin. Benin is so much known for what was its riches. Of course, Burkina Faso up there. Benin is a very rich country, of course, a rich kingdom with a history of richness. Benin, right there. We talk about Benin. And again, I show you the neighbors of Benin are Burkina Faso, Togo, Nigeria. And of course, the cities are those ones as you said. The minerals of Benin are quite many. Benin was a rich country, a rich economy. Benin has a cement, clay, gold, sand, gravel, all those are indicated right there on that map. Iron ore, limestone, marble, phosphates, rock, russell, silica, sand, and stone. Of course, Benin was more known for their gold. Gold. Benin had gold. If you remember the times of Mansa Musa, the Mali Empire, Benin, Dahomey, these were great empires. These were great kingdoms. Benin, one of those great kingdoms. 13 million people. 13 million people in Benin. And of course, energy dependence is 83%. Benin is one of the poorest countries in Africa. You can imagine 83% dependent relation. And of course, urban population is quite big at 49. And of course, infant mortality rate is worrying at 55 per 1,000 live birth. Infant mortality rate is quite high at 55 children per 1,000 live birth. They die. Life expectancy is too low in Benin at 59 years at birth. Now, this is worrying because life expectancy is quite low in Benin. And we look at age distribution between the ages of 15 to 64, those are the majority at 54%. And of course, between 0 to 14 are 42%. Those above 65 are only 3%. Yes, life expectancy in Benin is quite low. We know why. The country has lots of trouble in terms of infrastructure. Now we look at other facts about Benin. I told you Benin is from West Africa, bordering Benin, of course, is Nigeria, Togo, and Burkina Faso up there. Total area of Benin is 11,100. Total area of Benin is 110,000 square kilometers. Land area, water area is 2,000 square miles. The coastline is 121 kilometers. The climate is tropical, hot, humid in the south, and of course semi-arid right there in the north. And of course, we look at technology, we look at electricity. Yes, Benin has a bit of electricity they produce, about 0.24 billion, and of course they consume much, which means they do some bit of relying on imported electricity. Now, in terms of oil, Benin has no oil. They don't have their own oil. Of course, it means that they won't be relying on imported oil right there. Now, in terms of other figures, the oil, they don't have oil. Electricity, they have a bit of it. And of course, they have other minerals. I told you gold, clay, limestone, cement, and other minerals can be found in Benin. Of course, they have precious metals, as I'll be showing you in terms of what do they have as an economy in Benin. Let's look at other figures. Now, this is one of those exciting places to visit. It's called Penjali, Penjali National Park. It's good for travel. They have beautiful animals in Benin. I should tell you, very, very beautiful animals in Benin. Benin got their independence from the French, and they became the People's Republic of Benin on the 30th of November, 1975. They have beautiful animals to go and watch. Benin had a coup d'etat in, of course, 1972. The Republic of Dahomey had a coup d'etat, and of course, it lasted until 1st March 1990. And of course, they got a new constitution and abolished Marxism, Leninism, and it became a nation in 1989. It was once a Marxist state. Yes, it was once a Marxist state. Benin has been a democracy since 1990, and it has enjoyed a regular repetition of peaceful elections right there. It's been a stable country for some good years, and of course today, since 2016, yes, we see they've been having very good electioneering. The country is poor in the outside the city, but of course it's a very, very beautiful country. I told you, worldwide gross domestic product of Benin is about 12,000 US dollars per capita. GDP in Benin, and of course, per capita there in GDP. It's not doing so well. Benin is one of those smallest economies in the world, ranked number 128. Benin has cultural leaders. Benin was once a kingdom. It has the Obas, the Igwes, and all those guys right there. Benin shares a lot with Nigeria. It was once called the Kingdom of Dahomey. It became independent. Very, very beautiful women there. They like decorations. They like that kind of traditional markings and all that. Benin, a beautiful, beautiful country right there, is called Benin. Benin, one of those beautiful countries there. Benin, of course, if you remember, the kingdom of Benin in 1900, they had the Odo people who settled there in the rainforests of West Africa, and in the 1400s, they had created a wealthy kingdom which became so powerful with a leader called Oba, powerful ruler called Oba. The Obas were the beautiful leaders, the Obas, as someone who can see there, the Obas were the leaders of Benin. Benin has gold, has lithium, and other precious metals. Benin, in terms of minerals, lithium, gold, and other precious metals are found in Benin. Benin has been a country with a remarkable history, a beautiful people, a beautiful country, and relatively peaceful in West Africa. For the last 2 decades, Benin has been largely peaceful. It has minerals, lithium, of course, gold, and other precious stones in Benin. It's a rich country in terms of mineral resources, but of course, people are poor in terms of cash in their pockets. Cotonou, photos of Cotonou right there, one of the main cities of Benin. And of course, we talked about Porto Novo, the official capital, but also we have Cotonou as Benin's largest city, which is also the administrative capital of Benin, the city of Cotonou. The city of Cotonou is right there, as you can see. The photos right there. Benin is a beautiful country, I should tell you. The environment is good, and of course, it has had a history of leaders. I will give you a history of leaders from 1916. Maga was there 7th May 1970. Then we had Justin Tometin, 7th May 1972. We had Matthew Carroll, 26th October 1972. I'm showing you the dates when these guys came into leadership. You can see some of them actually didn't even last for a long time. Then Benin becomes a republic, and 30th November 1975, we have Matthew Keruku as the leader right there. And of course, Matthew Keruku continued being a leader right then until 1996. Yes, and then we have later on we have Thomas Boni Yayi, who won elections in 2006 and again in 2011. Then today we have Patrice Talon. Patrice Talon, born 1958, has been a leader of Benin since 2016. Patrice Talon, there with the president of Nigeria. Benin has a very good relationship with the Nigerian government right there. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, calm, peaceful. It's a kingdom, and of course they have so much respect for culture, so much respect for traditionalism, and it's a beautiful country. Of course, they speak French, and of course they speak English, and of course they speak their native languages. Benin is that one beautiful country I should recommend for anyone who wants to go to Africa and visit a very beautiful country. Benin is such. When you remember the Amazon warriors, we remember Benin. The women king of Africa, we remember Benin. Had women warriors, women that led men to war. These women were in Benin. Benin is a country of powerful women, a country of powerful dreams. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, and of course, a good leadership for now. We say Patrice Talon, a good leader right there in Benin, and we wish that this kind of peace continues to go on in Benin. Here at Man City Africa, we give you country preference. We take you inside these countries. We show the opportunities so that you can be able to go and invest. We also show you some of the dangers in these countries, and we call upon the leaders in these countries to come out and work on the weaknesses that can be seen in these very countries. But Africa is moving forward, and Benin is such a good example of a country that has been consistent. Yes, they may not have the best GDP, but their population is about 13 million people. 13 million people is a small country, but largely it has been peaceful. We hope that the peace continues in Benin, and then the leadership there finds a method to take this country forward. Thank you for watching Humanist TV Africa, and of course, keep on watching, keep on sharing, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.